Hey guys, here TJ with the Lawn Dad channel. Thanks for joining me. So today I've got something very exciting for you. This is the Real Rollers Revolution 26. This is a brand new mower that's coming out this year. It is starting to ship next month. I am very excited to have my hands on it, show you all the full unboxing and also the full assembly of this mower so you as a homeowner can know exactly what you're doing when you get your machine, but also kind of see it in action. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming on how to maintain this, how to change the height of cut on this, all the above. You can also follow me on all my social media channels as @TheLawnDad. Easy enough. So let's get started. So as you can see, a little difference in maybe something that you're going to be getting versus what I have is going to be the black tank and this black cover on here. This will be white and this will be red. Unless you go online, you can order a black tank. Just type in Honda GX 160 black tank. There's a couple on Amazon, and then you can also do a GX 160 black plate right here. This is just going to be like your pole starter cover. All right, so I have my 13mm wrench, and I also have my 13mm socket. 13mm is the way to go. So first step is to put on this. It doesn't matter which way it goes, so don't freak out about that. It can go either way. This is fully straight, made the same way on every single side, so you can put this on no matter what. But when we tighten this, we're not going to tighten it all the way. We're going to keep it a little bit loose. Because then at the end, that's when we're going to tighten everything once it's all straight. So this is going to go behind the plate. You don't want to put it in front, that'll scratch it up, so it'll go behind the plate. All right, so we got this on. This is going to be how you tilt it. So this handle, when we put it together, it could be tilted up in front. You can see this like half moon space where the bolt can freely travel. So if you wanted it a little bit higher up, maybe a little bit taller, you could put it up like that. If you're a little bit shorter and want to make the handle shorter, you can get it down at your preferred angle. So wherever you're at is fully customizable. All right, so next is going to be this top handle. You do not want to install it upside down. You want to install it like this. This is the correct angle because this is where your thumbs are going to be. This is where this is how it should look. It should not be upside down. It should be like this. So you'll want to loosen these bolts right here. And this is these are where you're locking, where it folds on itself. This is the locking mechanism. So make sure that they're open. And we're just going to install it. Want to make sure that these are going to be pointed up when they're open, so that when you close them, they'll point down. If you don't really want them pointing up, I would say you want them pointing down. So there's gonna be a flat washer and a curved washer that comes with this. That curved washer you're gonna want to put on the right-hand side, and the flat washer you're gonna want to do this black cable tie, or the black thing. This black thing is going to go on, and then the flat washer, and then the nut. It probably doesn't necessarily matter, but it matters for me. It matters for you guys. So I'm going to do it right. Remember, when it's pointing up, it's loose. When it's pointing down, it's tight. So you're going to want to point it down, and as soon as you get nice and snug, you know that you're there. You don't want to over tighten this, because later when we tighten up everything, we're going to play with it and see what kind of works. Like that right there seems pretty good. We might tighten it just a tad bit, but don't open it all the way up and tighten it down, because if you do that, you're going to really kind of hurt yourself and possibly break this. So make sure it's down when you tighten this, because if it's up, you'll be able to zip it in a lot further, and that's not good. I'm going to put this plastic routing thing for the cables. I'm going to point it up. All right, now starts the fun part. So I'm gonna clip this with some either scissors or a clipper. Just warning here, please do not cut the cables. If you cut the cables, you ain't mowing today. So make sure you only clip the zip tie. All right, so here, I'll show you the pieces where they're at. So this goes on the right-hand side. As you can see, the letter A matches up with the letter A. I hope you know the alphabet, but this has to be kind of like the easiest put together ever. But A goes with A, B goes into the B hole. There's a lot of jokes to be had with that. But so you can see, this is controlling the on-off for the reel. So when you are moving it around, you can run the motor, you can do everything, but this is where you turn the reel on and off. So right now it's off, now it's on. So this controls your reel. This goes on the right-hand side. So when you're ready to cut, you flip it to run and the reel's spinning. So for me, I'm gonna run the cable above this bar. If you go below and then you try and fold it later, it's gonna tighten up and that's not gonna be great. It's gonna possibly stretch out this cable. So I'm gonna be running this cable above these bars. These are Phillips head screwdriver or screws. So you can unscrew these by hand and then make sure you have a Phillips screwdriver to tighten them back in. We're gonna wanna flip this lever off so that it gives it enough tension to be able to pull it down. If you have it on, you're not gonna be able to stretch it and get it into the B hole. The nut that holds in the screw, the Phillips head screwdriver, this is a 10mm nut. So make sure you have a 10mm wrench, and we're gonna go ahead and put it through. Alternating each direction so you're not cross-threading anything. All right, next is gonna be the letter D. So this is another 10mm nut right here. So this is important right here, just so you guys know. So eventually, these are wire cables, just like a bike. Just like a bike has to go in for maintenance because maybe the rear derailleur is slipping or something like that, it's because the cables stretch out. So eventually, when you start using this during the summer, the cables will they'll start naturally stretching because it is fibers, it is a metal that has been woven together, so there is room for them to stretch. So what these are is, let's just say you want one of the clutches to be just a little bit tighter, maybe it's not activating as fast as you want to, you can tighten up these, and what that's gonna do is gonna tighten up the cables. So it's gonna tighten up the cables so that they're a little bit tighter on you, so you get a little bit faster action. So that's the nice thing about this, is everything is adjustable. And during this part, you will have to snip this zip tie right here. And when you snip this zip tie, this will come down and this will be available to put in. This is for your bale this is what controls the speed of the mower. So this right here with your thumbs, with your hands, you can push it very lightly and the mower will go very slow. You can push it all the way down, it's gonna go full blast. Also depending on your throttle right here, but this is gonna control your speed, your ground speed right here. We're gonna open this up, and that's gonna bring this down to be able to attach this. So it is a curved piece right here. You're gonna wanna put it on the inside. You're gonna see where it attaches to. It will attach in here, and you'll see how it's done, but as long as you're going from the inside to out, it will attach, it'll attach correctly. And right here, I'm just using the 10mm wrench. I'm just using that to hold it. I'm pushing down that way, down towards the engine, just so it straightens out. And with my thumb, I'm making sure that it's straight on the bar. And then from there, I'm using the Phillips head to screw it in. All right, so that's all attached. So now this can move. It's all attached in here. You can hear it start to move in there, so that means it's connected to something, which is good. Awesome. So now we're gonna attach C, and we should be nearing the end. Point that up when you're putting this together, and then that's gonna hold this. And then we're gonna install it. As you can see, it works nicely. It's out of the way. It's kind of held right there. So again, if you do fold it over, it's not gonna get caught up into anything. And we're good to go. All right, so I've got everything tightened up, ready to go, except for this. I'm gonna set this when when I've got it off of the pallet so I can set it at a correct height. So I'm gonna use actually some of the boxes, the packaging materials that came with the mower itself to put up front so that I can kind of stair step it down. You don't necessarily want to drop it from that angle. It's not gonna hurt anything, but it's a nice mower. I don't want to scratch it. So we're a DIY channel, not a professional channel. And then before I take this off, I want to make sure that I have a hold of it because my garage is sloped away from the house, obviously. So if I were to unclamp this, the mower would probably come forward. So make sure you have a hand on it. And we're gonna pop this off. Yep, it's totally gonna move forward. Make sure I have these in place, and I'll come back here and just kind of guide it off. So already I can tell, since I'm 6'6", so if anybody doesn't know that, I'm 6'6". So right here is definitely gonna be way too low for me. And then right here is gonna be somewhere a lot more comfortable. So I already know that I'm gonna be probably maxed out on this. Because again, not many people are 6'6". If you're 5'4", 5'6", somewhere on there, you're gonna be on the lower end. 5'10", you're probably gonna be right around the middle. And if you're 6'2", 6'3", or above, you're probably gonna be pretty straight up. And that's the nice thing about this. Not many mowers, especially in the residential space, are adjustable like this. So pretty cool. All right, so now that we got it all tightened up, some of the features that we've put together, you can unlock it right here, fold it in, which is super nice. Like that's not a lot of space. It's gonna fit perfect. It's gonna fit better than my GM 1000. So instantly, that's just super nice. Closes right back in, nice and tight. If this does become a little bit loose, you can just tighten those bolts in a little bit more, then you're good. Now is not the time to start it. I don't know what else I can put in asterisks or warning labels, but do not start. There's no gas in it, and then there's no oil in it. So don't start it up right now, because that's not good. All right, there are tags that come on this thing. Let's take those off. It's just on a little zip tie. Peel it off, it's just warning labels saying that there's no oil in here. All right, so to start the engine, so we've got the oil in it, got gas in it. Start the engine. When you're starting it cold, this is gonna be this over off to the left, means that your choke is on. Your choke is, it's choking. So when you start it, you want to make sure that the gas, which this is the gas right here at the bottom, you want to make sure that the gas is on. So we're going to push it all the way to the right. When you're first starting it, you want this all the way to the left. And if you're cold starting it, you want it all the way to the left. And then when it starts to run, or after you've pulled it a couple times and it's maybe started up or it's running a little bit thin, then that's going to be when you run. So run is here. When it's warm, it's here. When it's cold, it's here. So follow that. Up front is gonna be your on-off switch. On a Honda engine, if you've never used a Honda engine or engine like this is gonna be your main shut-off switch. So when you're running it, you want it on, and then when you wanna turn the mower off, you're just gonna hit off and it'll all shut down. That's all you have to do. You don't necessarily, unless you're storing it, have to do anything with the gas or the choke. But yeah, when you turn it off, you turn it off. When you turn it on and you want to start it, you turn it on. So pretty easy. Let's start her up. You also want the throttle. We want it to be not all the way to turtle, but maybe like a third, somewhere around there. So you don't want to start it up and it rev super high. You want that to be down towards the turtle. So this throttle position is going to be pointing straight out. So choke is on. It's choked. Pull it. And so it started. It's running a little bit low. Now we're going to push this all the way forward. So we've got full gas going to the motor, and then we can turn this throttle up. Here's all the way up. And then to move it forward, we just push this. That's golden. Thanks for joining me on this unboxing and assembly of the Real Rollers Revolution 26. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. But otherwise, be sure to follow me. I've got a couple more videos coming on this specifically, and then other products, of course, and other lawn tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So if you have any ideas for any next videos that you want to see, let me know. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me.